Are you thinking about relocating to Metro West area of Boston? Have you been watching my videos on this channel? If you have, thank you. And are you curious about what it would be like to work with me and my team? So many people have reached out to me during different stages of their search, and we're here to help. And Dede is my team member and friend, and she is one of my secret weapons that helps me be of service to my YouTube community. We're going to talk a little bit more about what you can expect if you work with us, and we hope you enjoy. I'm Jane. I'm a realtor based in Wellesley, Massachusetts, and this is Dede Long.
Hi, Jane. Good to see you here.
She hails from Georgia. She's relocated many times for corporate jobs, and after 9 times, she decided she should share her knowledge of being on your side and help you get relocated into the Boston area. That's a little bit about who we are. Tell us a little bit more about you and your family.
Absolutely. Thank you. So I have a real passion for helping people that relocate. We help a lot of different clients, of course, but as Jane said, I've relocated 9 times across this country. I have a wonderful career.
We both have cute bald husbands.
Yes, we do. We do.
Who help us get our listings ready.
That's right. That's right. And mine was very patient with us as we navigated through, our careers together. And so, as Jane said, I was in biotech for, 25 years. I had the wonderful opportunity to work with some amazing people that moved me around. And every time I would get an opportunity to move, I'd be both excited and terrified. I never dreamed in my wildest years that I would become a realtor, but after I left from pharma, I needed to do something that was fulfilling. And this has been perfect for me because I've been able to use my personal experience of the stress and the anxiety and all of the detail and everything that goes in to moving, whether it's, one part of the state to the other or a totally different part of the country to the other. It's extremely stressful. And so I was absolutely delighted to be able to join Jane's team from day one as a brand new realtor about 5 years ago. And so I've learned so much from her about the market, about the local area as someone who grew up here. That's an invaluable thing for people relocating. And then I think what makes us really unique is that we truly do understand the complications that come with relocating, whether you are relocating an entire family, whether you're relocating yourself, whether you're relocating your pets, which for us are part of the family, right? They're just are our babies. We love them. There's so much that goes into it. Sometimes you need temporary housing in between finding and selling your homes. So there's just a lot that we believe makes us a little unique in the fact that we have that combined experience to bring to one another. So I'm delighted to be on your team, Jane. Thank you for having me today.
Glad to have you. So as Dede mentioned, if you need help finding a realtor in some other part of the country for you or a family member, we have an amazing national network at Douglas Elliman Real Estate and from people we've met at conferences over the years, so you can always ask for a connection. However, if you are coming here, let's talk a little bit about those services that we provide as assistance to relocating families. Dede, you mentioned that one of the things that caused you the most agita when you were relocating was kind of getting plugged into the local stuff.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. There are wonderful communities out here, and as you're doing your research online, because that has really been enhanced since my last relocation, the online opportunity to learn a lot more before you land here and get in the car with a realtor, right? You can do a lot of research ahead of time, but there's still the agita of, well, okay, I'm picking X, Y, and Z town, or I've narrowed it down to a few towns. There's still, you just don't know till you know. And I didn't have a Jane, so I was going on faith that the town, the community where I lived and bought was going to be just as great as it seemed when I was driving around at night with my spouse, trying to say, okay, are people out walking? Do they have pets? What's the landscape look like? That kind of thing.
Is there more than one stoplight?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because some of our towns are quite small. So one of the first questions I ask people are you thinking of a big town or a small town or a city? Or they'll say, what's the difference between Newton and Wellesley? And they are very different, starting with the size. And those are sometimes we put it in specific examples to help people kind of envision what their lives would be for them and their families. Like you did with your daughter and we do with our kids.
Yeah, it's really the fit to the community. Mm-hmm. And if I can also say, I think one of the things that Jane does very well and has really trained me to do as well is, you measure 3 times, cut once. So you do a very deep dive into what it is that is valuable to the client. What are their priorities? That kind of thing. Because, you're coming from an enormous funnel of opportunities where you can move. And our job is to help you narrow that down through a process which sometimes will make you think you're crazy, won't it, Jane? I'm absolutely not going to so-and-so town, and the next thing you know, we're buying a house in so-and-so town, because they just didn't know what we didn't know. So I think that preparation up front, asking a lot of questions about the fit, is something that we take a lot of pride in, because there's nothing worse to us than, as clients of other industries, that people don't ask us what they want, but even if they do and we tell them, they give us the very opposite of what we asked for. So we really listen a lot. We try to tailor our work to that and make that fit part a little bit less, anxiety ridden.
And I may not have relocated across the country, but I have relocated. My oldest child has lived in 14 homes before the age of 14.
Yeah.
We did count. And that was partly because we were renovating over our head. And I remember, I always say I learned the most about real estate, of what not to do as a realtor, from the realtors that assisted us with some of our moves. And one of the examples is when one time we were relocating, and I had 2 little girls and a middle school boy, and I kept saying, I need to be able to walk to the middle school. I got to be able to walk to the middle school. And this realtor kept showing me stuff on the other side of town. And I was like, no.
Yes.
And finally, because I finally said, I'm like, my son needs to walk home, because I'm going to be at the preschool picking them up. I cannot be, logistically, we can't do it.
Yeah.
So we pride ourselves in listening.
Yes.
And trying to figure out what you need to know. Another thing that we talk about in some of our other videos is we want to make sure that we help you plan. What we like to do is schedule a Zoom call with you if you are relocating, and talk you through the process in Massachusetts. We talk you through what it's like to be in a super hot market, in a competitive environment where there might be multiple offers on any homes that you're interested in. How do you prepare yourself with your lender, with your expectations? So we try to set that all up. This is way before you get here, before we ever put you in the car to show you around, because that preparation is important, and that leads to our success rate of helping you find your right home.
Yeah, it really does. And honestly, the pregame is as important as the game in this business, right? Like knowing, how do I best position myself with my lender before I even go to shop? Having tough conversations between, partners that are buying a home. So what is our absolute north? What are we thinking when it comes to, the competitive situation on bidding? Before you get in that situation, we like to get all of that sort of well defined for you, so that you're not under the gun with 5 minutes on an offer to say if you're going to go up or down or whatever. So that pregame part, a lot of these tougher conversations we have with you up front to help mediate all of that. And I think that really contributes to the success rate too. There's nothing worse than bringing people on a tour, and then they actually might find something and then go, oh no, I don't have this done, that done, I don't have any of this done.
You have to be ready to make an offer. You can't call the lender after you find the house, which is what we used to do back in 2011.
Yeah. And frankly, parts of the country you can still do some of that. Yeah. It just depends. I know where I grew up, that would totally be fine, right? So we really try to get you acclimated and an orientation, if you will, to what you're going to walk into here.
So if you're thinking about moving to Metro West, we hope you'll reach out, as we would love to help you. And between the two of us, we can help you 7 days a week. And we have lots of different videos about different parts of Metro West, so we encourage you to check them out. And thank you as always for watching.
Thank you.